It's like I'm literally doing what I want, giving a song what it needs versus trying to sound like a Drake, Travis Scott, or Playboy Cardi, or Tory Lanez. I'm not chasing nobody else's sound. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to recording vocals in FL Studio, people love presets. Who doesn't, right? But they never really show you how you can make your own presets. And I'm finna show you my system, what I go through to make presets for recording. The first thing that you gotta understand, when I make presets in FL Studio, I have a template, right? And I always put a beat in here. So I have a got it, little key type beat, no lie. Okay. So as you notice, I have beat here, beat effects here, and I got a beat aux. So you might be wondering why I have a beat aux. It's because I have a beat here and I got a beat effect. So if I want to put the underwater filter here, if I want to do stutters or anything, it's going to be here, right? And both of those are going to go to one aux. So I don't have to adjust two faders at the same time. I can just do that right here on the aux. All right, that makes it easier for me. Then I have a record track because I like to record, I like to punch in, I like to drag and drop. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are running to a bus. If I need more tracks, I just add more tracks. It's nothing too crazy. So as you see, I can add those extra tracks at the bottom. So we're organized. That's all this makes sense. It was like when you're making presets or you're making a template, you have to understand the purpose. You have to understand the why. And that's what I'm showing you. It's like everything is for a reason for me, because I have to have something that works for what I'm doing and what I want, right? And that's all that really matters. Now that I have the routing set up and I have my beat, what I want to do is make sure I'm recording the way that I want. So within the mixer, we have different options. This is something people love to argue, love to fight over, go back and forth, right? You can external input only. That is going to record your vocal dry. Anything that you have on your mixer, the insert, the auto tune, the compression, anything, it's not going to get recorded on. You're just going to monitor. Then same thing for this. Anything external, it's not going to record. But once you go down here to post effects, it's going to record the effects that you got on the mixer. So if you have the auto tune, the reverb, the delay, that's going to be recorded directly to your vocal. All right. That's kind of how the UAD console works. But then post EQ. So this is the one I typically lean towards. And the reason why is because it uses the EQ down here as if you were like in a studio or just adjusting things. So like if I need to roll off some of this low end right here. So like if I recorded right now, that's what my vocals would sound like this. That's not good, right? So I just leave it alone, honestly. Like I really don't mess with it. But if I did, I would go down here around like 104 and I would do like a little dip. Wouldn't do nothing too crazy, right? Because I don't want to do anything too drastic that I can't either enhance or change later, right? Because like when you're recording post EQ, you only want to do things that you're okay with. And I think a lot of people overthink that. So if I'm recording with the preset, I want to print my auto tune, right? Or my waves tune real time, because we're using waves plugins for this video. So first plugin that always goes first for me is going to be waves tune real time, right? So, and then we set the key and the scale accordingly. So it's like whatever it is, what it's going to be. Yeah, all the ranks for real. So that's cool. So the next thing to do is to add the plugins now. So we have a lot of different options. So we could do channel strips, we can not do channel strips. It just depends. We could do CLA vocals. So one of the easiest things we could do is CLA vocals. So I'm gonna just pull up CLA vocals. All right. So when it comes to CLA vocals, I have like a little preset expansion pack that I always use in here. So it's like how I do it, right? So if I do no verb checking, you know what I'm saying? So like you hear the compression being like really crazy, and I can turn this down right here because I probably don't need that, and I can turn this down. I can turn this up right here. So now we kind of hear the vocal, just whatever. Like I kind of find a preset and I make my adjustments accordingly. and I keep in mind like my input on my interface, and I make it like make my adjustments, right? So this right here sounds cool enough to work with for right now. Like if I need to take some more of that, like the treble out and some of the bass, just depends, right? And so we got that like that. So I could do this track and chain like this, or I could switch it up because okay, if I want to put my reverb and I'm printing on something, I can put my reverb on insert 11. So if I'm using Waves plugins, I want to use Waves plugins. Like I could go and find Rverb because that's one of the ones. Like where you at? Okay, I was there the whole time. So what I do is just click it and probably find me a little preset maybe, but for the time being, like send that over here. So now everything's gonna be processed over here because this is gonna be my main reverb. So on the template, I go over here and I'll be like reverb. So now I got a reverb. Boom, same thing for the delay. So if I wanna do what H delay, stereo. All right. All right. What I do, I like to do half. We could do lo-fi, do the dry wet, feedback up, the host. We can do ping pong, right? Then we click right here, go over here, go over here, go over here. Okay, go over here. So if we don't want ping pong, we can take ping pong off. Because it is what it is, right? Maybe too much. Okay, the feedback, turn it down. It's a little bit too much. Next. So now, go over here, name that, delay. It's just simple. Don't want to do too much. Want to keep it simple. Don't want to do too much. So, one more thing, let's do deep box. So within that, we can change this, make this like some weird color, right? Like that, and go and find the doubler plugin because they have an easy preset that you can use over and over and over to get a deep voice. So let's see. What's over here. What? Yeah. Here we go. Here. Money on money on money. Yeah. Money on money. Yeah. So like, and then we can turn that down if we need to, but it's completely up to you on how you want to do that, right? Completely up to you. So we can do this, we can do that, turn it down right here, or we can turn it down right here. So a lot of control, but a lot of people don't talk about that, but you know. So me, I like to keep my presets simple. I don't like to stack like 20 plugins, 10 plugins. I like to keep it simple. So this would be one. So like this one right here, we can save this, right? Because we want to make sure our record tracks and everything's cool. So like if you want this one, it's gonna be simple. Preset free one. Boom. So now let's say go from here from CLA vocals. Let's say, okay, we want to add a de-esser because we need a de-esser. Let's say we're gonna be saying a lot of S's and stuff's gonna be sharp. Cool. So we could put a de-esser. Simple. So it's up to you on how you want to find the de-esser. So like if you want the de-esser to attenuate very, very hard, you can set the threshold to where like it's going crazy. Or if you want it to barely activate, find the sweet spot, right? It's completely up to you. You can change the frequency to where you can hear it better. It's just up to you. You have the option. It's not mandatory to have the threshold down here at a 47 if you don't need to have it at a 47, or you don't have to have it at 7.4 if you don't need it at a 7.4. Okay, it's like I just kind of go by ear and what sounds good to me. And me personally, a de-esser is something that I like to use when I'm mixing, not so much recording. So, but we can just keep it there. So let's say we did the CLA. So let's say we want to come back and add a compressor. Okay, let's add a compressor. So here we go. So when we look at a compressor, we see where I'm already getting some reduction. Like it's actually working from the default preset. Easy thing for people to do. Keep it at like a 4. All right. Attack is how fast it is attacking. Okay. Release is gonna be how fast or slow it lets it go. So like, watch this. If I do a fast attack, I'm talking about fast, fast, fast. All right. All right. So when it comes to compression, it's one of those weird things, right? So when I'm talking, we see it's in the default position of getting some reduction and stuff, right? So I watch this. If I want to attack at a 7, right, and I bring the release down to a 1, watch. See how slow that it's like it's releasing back. But watch this. The higher I go to the right, yeah, see it comes back faster. And then if I go all the way to a 7, yo, see, it's a faster release, right? So the attack, watch this, yo. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta understand your controls with this, because compression is one of those tricky things that a lot of people overthink and a lot of people get wrong, because compression is one of those things that could like squeeze the life out of your vocal if you don't really know what you're doing. So you don't want to over compress when you're recording anyway. That's just something to think about, right? So it's like if you getting something to where it's not like just squeezing the life out. See, like this right here is squeezing my voice. It's making my voice not sound natural, right? And I think like it's too much compression when your voice starts to like not sound like you in a sense, right? So it's like when it comes to like finding a preset, you can do the vocal preset that's in here. That's a decent one to have, right? So you're not over compressing. It's very simple. So with that being said, I can let me save this one as well. Let me see. Preset 2, because I'm going off things that I want. It's not necessarily what somebody else wants. So like, let me try this. So let's see what this sound like. Yeah. Run it up. Yeah. Head of time. What the hell I'm talking about? Yeah. What the fuck they 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 talking about? Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck they talking about? Yeah. All that racks and shit. What they talking about? Yeah. All that packs and shit. What they talking about? Whole lot of racks and shit. What they talking about? Whole lot of packs and shit. What they talking about? Yeah. What they talking about? What they talking about? Talking about? What they talking about? Yeah. What they talking about? Yeah. Whole lot of racks and shit. Whole lot of racks. Whole lot of racks and shit. Whole lot of racks. Whole lot of racks. With a whole lot of racks. Whole lot of racks. What they talking about? Yeah, what they talking about? Yeah. What the fuck they talking about? Talking about? Yeah, what the fuck they talking about? What the fuck they talking about? So like you see the S's? What the fuck they talking about? So like now I can really adjust the de-esser. Yeah, what the fuck they talking about? Yeah, what the fuck they talking about? Yeah. What the fuck they talking about? Yeah. What the fuck they talking about? So like, it's simple, right? And so when it comes to me and making presets and recording chains, I keep it simple. I just want to get something that sounds good, get the vibe good. Because if I record good and the vibe is good, when I get ready to mix, I don't have to go and fix a lot of different things. It's not like I'm recording with things that can cover up imperfections and stuff, because I'm recording through compression, I'm recording through de-essers, right? I don't like recording through EQ because I can do that myself, right? I'm not gonna record inconsistent takes. I'm not gonna record anything that's bad at the source, because it's like I'm the type that'll record until I get it right. I'm not finna go back and forth and just worry about like, oh my god, like it gotta be perfect. It's like, nah, bro. Like I'm gonna fix it, right? So, and then like my reverbs and my delays, they're simple. And then once I drag and drop things down to the bottom, everything is going to this bus. So everything is gonna get processed together, and then I can individually turn this down. Like if C wanted the deep vox, I just click C, and C would be the only thing between these that would have the deep vox, right? If I don't want that no more, I just unclick it and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like routing, everything is simple, right? So my process is a simple process. It's not one that's overcomplicating things. It's like I'm literally doing what I want, giving a song what it needs, versus trying to sound like a Drake, a Travis Scott, or Playboy Cardi, or Tory Lanez. I'm not chasing nobody else's sound. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm making music or I'm making chains, I'm making them for what I need.